We're going to go over some general preventative maintenance and general maintenance overview for the Big Bear dispensing machine, specifically for dispensing structural silicones. What we're talking about here applies to the 55 by 5 gallon machine, as well as our 5 gallon by 5 gallon Little Bear machine. If you look at this machine, you can cut it into two halves, and you have 3 components on each side. At the top, you have your material valve, your ratio sleeve, and then your supply pump. And that's on the pail side, and you have the same thing on the drum side: your supply pump, your ratio sleeve, and your material valve. There are seals in each one of these components that can be provided to you for you to rebuild these components. If you would like to know more detailed information about preventative maintenance, you can look into our maintenance schedule and critical parts document. A rule of thumb for this piece of equipment is the corrosive side, which is usually your low volume side. The seals are going to degrade based on that chemical composition. So these two pieces, your ratio sleeve and your material valve on this side of the piece of equipment, generally last you from 5 to 7 years before the chemical will attack the seals and start to degrade them. The pump will last you anywhere from 7 to 10 years before the seals are destroyed. On your high volume side, the seals are going to be destroyed based on mechanical wear. So on this side, your ratio sleeve and your material valve, rule of thumb, should last you 10 to 12 years before needing to be replaced. And the same thing with your lower pump out of your supply pail. There are a couple components to look out for as you run this piece of equipment. Number one is your oil cup. You have one above the 5 gallon pail, and you have one above the 55 gallon drum. As you're running this, if you start to see that oil become discolored or to fill up with adhesive, that's okay. Go ahead and shut down your machine, and then you're going to bleed the pressure out, and you can use, I use an Allen key. I use a 5/16 Allen key, and you can tighten that cup. All you do is insert it into one of the holes and turn it clockwise about a quarter of a turn, and then you have more life. The oil that goes inside of this cup, the ideal oil to use is a throat seal, but any medium to low viscosity lubricating oil will work. We've seen people use everything from the high-end throat seal to a 5-weight 30 motor oil. The next thing is the lubricators. You have one attached to each air motor, one on the small air motor, and then one in the back of the machine on the larger air motor. There's an oil that goes inside of this, and this oil needs to be an airline or an air tool oil, specifically a low viscosity oil that's good for pneumatic components. For the first year or two of operation, you don't have to worry about that at all. After the second year, what you want to do is every 2 weeks, look at the top of this lubricator, and you want, while the machine is in operation, you want to turn that knob towards the plus about a half a turn and allow the machine to operate. That will allow a couple drops to enter your air motor, lubricating it. After a few drops into the air motor, turn it back off, and that's it. And you do the same thing for the 7-inch air motor.